Looks like we're going live here. Welcome into Scappy's Arcade. I'm John. Friends call me Scappy. Playing some Space Shuttle today. Didn't have a chance to work on getting Honey up and ready, so we're doing Space Shuttle, which was up and ready and is in good shape for playing today. Just a fun stream today. Just chatting, shooting for some high scores, seeing what we can do today. If you're new here, just go ahead and follow the channel so you know where I'm or when I'm live again. Help me reach my follower goal here. Space Shuttle has a 3-ball multi-ball. You can lock a ball on the right and the left. And to activate multi-ball, you just launch the ball up the ramp underneath the Space Shuttle and down through here. Main scoring on this game is the spinner and the stop and score. Now, stop and score, when that is active, you'll see some rolling scores on the displays, and when the ball goes up the ramp, you score whatever value is on the displays. Also today I am doing a direct feed of sound from the game. If it's too loud, just let me know in chat. Dog, thanks for the follow today. I'm just mentioning that I am doing direct sound from the game. If it is too loud and drowning me out, let me know in the chat and I'll get that fixed. Now, this game is not set very steep. It does need to be a little bit steeper, but I'll blame the outlane on that. It's a bit loud, but not horrible. Alright. Each one of these games is a little bit different, so need to get them all dialed in on their individual volumes. Alright, just getting warmed up here. Let's go ahead and... what the heck? I'll log that as my score. This came in as a project to us, a year and a half ago now. It was October of 2021. And my wife and I kind of brought it back to life. It had displays out and had a pop bumper coil that was all burned up, and it needed some board work too. Had some acid damage on the board, or alkaline damage on the board. And the worst part of it was the center of the playfield was completely blown out, right down to bare wood. So this one has been hard topped. And while we had the top side cleared off, I went and rebuilt all the mechanisms, tumbled all the metal parts on it, gave it a good polish up, and we basically got a nice looking, good working Space Shuttle on the cheap. It does have new ramps and a new shuttle toy on it. Actually, I should say new ramp, because that is all one piece. At the time that we did it, the clear ramp was not available. And they are available once again, but I'm kind of happy with the black as it is. I was kind of toying with the idea of getting a fourth game down here, and my wife said that, hey, you know, I like Space Shuttle. And I'm like, okay, I'm finding a Space Shuttle, and we're getting a Space Shuttle. If the wife says that we can have it, we're going to have it. So this is kind of her game. Oh, and that was my third ball, too. Kind of wasted my multi-ball on that one. The other machines I have are all Williams games, actually. I've got a Big Guns, a Gorgar, and the oldest one is a Williams Honey, electromechanical from 73. That was the first game that I got. It was one of those things where I saw it on Craigslist. The guy wanted way more than it was worth, and it sat on Craigslist for a little while. And I contacted him about it, took a look at it, and made him an offer, and he kind of hemmed and hawed on it, and finally, you know, I was able to get it for well under what he was asking for it. The thing is, when I showed up to pick it up, I showed up in my Toyota Highlander, and he says, how are you going to fit that in there? You need a truck. I'm like, well, the head comes off and the legs come off, and he goes, they do? He had no idea, and he had never been able to get the game to work. So I got it home and had it playing that evening. It needed the score reels all needed cleaning, of course, all the switches, and finally was able to get it to start a game. And then that was my experience with, you know, finding the parts suppliers, getting all the rings and all that kind of stuff. And that was about 5 years ago now. So after that, I just started looking around for some other projects, and Gorgar was our second game. That was a non-working game, but I knew enough what to look for. I knew that the game was booting up. It was booting into audits, so I knew that it at least had a viable MPU in it. Other than that, though, it wouldn't start a game and wouldn't go anywhere beyond that. So made the guy an offer on that one, brought it home. And, you know, it had some really simple issues. There was a broken wire on a switch in the out lane. And there were like 3 blown fuses. The GI fuse was out in it. There was no coils or anything like that. So, you know, I had a place nearby that I could get the fuses at, and I got it going. And that was another one that didn't take too much to revive it. Didn't have any sounds for a while because the processor chip on the soundboard was bad. You okay over there?
Yeah.
All right. So it's just a matter of, you know, replacing the processor chip and doing a recap on the soundboard to get that going. And I've since bulletproofed it and everything like that, but. That one has a decent enough playfield that it doesn't need a hard top. So I'm leaving that one as it is, and I've just gone through in recent years and put a new set of pop bumpers in there, rebuilt the mechanisms. All 3 pop bumpers, the plastic had just worn through from the rods, and the skirts were all chipped and everything like that. Just your basic neglect from over the years of a machine that age. But I kind of like projects now. So my Big Guns game was a project. That one, the MPU board was seriously butchered. Someone attempted to put NVRAM on it, and they took the wrong RAM out. They took the RAM for the sound out, and in the process ripped up some traces and destroyed some through holes. So that was quite the project. I had to buy a logic probe and go through and find out, you know, where the signals were getting interrupted and put that all back together, and that's got good sound too. This game, I wasn't able to, or I haven't had a chance to fix the alkaline damage on the board yet. That was mainly affecting the score displays. I was getting a lot of ghosting of digits and stuff. So in the meantime, I bought a unpopulated reproduction board from Dumbass on Pin side, and built that up, and that's what's running in this game right now until I get a chance to clean off the other System 9 board. I have an electronics background, so that kind of stuff I can handle. Oh boy. So the high scores that are currently showing on this game, I've got the top score on here. My wife has, I think, 2 and 3, and I might have number 4 on here. We we play this the most out of the 4 games down here, but the high scores elude us. I know we should be able to get up 5 or 6 million on there in a good serious game, but I'll be happy today if we can at least knock off that number 4, 1.7 million on here. What kind of stuff do you have in your collection, Borg Dog? I know you stream as well. Seen your stream a few times. Mainly like the old stuff because I can afford the old stuff.
Ready for liftoff.
Trap up here. Want to trap up and get something locked over on that right hand side and what happened. There we go. Mostly old stuff. Gottlieb, System 1, Fathom, Alien Star, Starlight, Stars. Oh, I love Stars. There was a little arcade north of me that had Stars for a little while. I love Cactus Canyon Remake. They have that locally. Couple EMs. What are the EMs you have?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, didn't see my heat shield went down. $13 up and running at the moment, and a few projects. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I could probably fit maybe one more machine down here the way my basement is configured. Other than that, I'm going to have to, clear out some more stuff. Jumping Jack and Fire Queen, both Gottlieb. I love some of those Gottlieb's EMs. Buddy of mine picked up a Jungle King, and it's actually sitting at one of the local arcades because he didn't have room for it at home. At one time I had this crazy idea that I was going to try to acquire all the Williams games in the Pinball Hall of Fame game that was out in the late 90s or early 2000s there. We have it for the PlayStation 2. I thought, gee, you know, I'll get a taxi and I'll get a whirlwind, and of course in recent years now the prices on all those things are going through the roof because everyone's restoring them and selling them restored. I just want projects. So the thing I'm really looking for now, I'd like to get my hands on a space station. I think it would be a good complement to this one. It's another System 11 game, and it's got a nice theme. I really like the condition green multi-ball. Oh, got it right when the drop target popped back up. Oh, not too bad of a game. Got the extra ball.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Oh, I'll have to come back and update that score again. I think we have this set up mostly just like the... I think it's set up mostly as factory. With the exception of, I think I have the specials turned into points and extra balls. What's the sense of earning free games when you're on free play anyway, right? Yeah, this was either an Etsy or one of those finds. Came up in an ad on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, that's a nice shirt. I've got a Gorgar, and it's, you know, kind of Gorgar themed. All right, my son says he wants to play a game, so we're going to let him come in and play the next game. This is Agent Pickles. He wants to be on Daddy's stream all the time, so we let him come in once in a while.
And let's do a 2-player today.
All right, 2 players, fine. This guy's favorite game is... What's your favorite game?
Funhouse.
Whatever. You stand next to me.
Okay.
Here. I mean, so I can play. Yeah, his favorite game is Funhouse, although the local arcade's Funhouse has been broken for the last 3-4 years now.
Yeah. It used to be at the old arcade called
It doesn't matter.
Moonwalker. Used to run. Then had a few problems with the trapdoor and things. And then never got to see it again. It's in the back of their place. My father's seen it a bit. So, we're probably working on it still.
So there was a place just north of where I am that was kind of it was labeled as a place to meditate and play pinball. It was a pinball lounge, and it was kind of a membership-only thing. And he had a fun house in there as well, but he has a lot of other business ventures and didn't have time to keep going with it. So we only got to play it once or twice there.
Mm-hmm. But at least I got to play it. Good save. Oh, jumped right over the flipper. Oh.
My son started playing pinball when he was about 3. And he's slowly getting into, you know, working the flippers.
Mm-hmm. I'll be a pinball expert and own pinball.
Well, you can teach me because I'm still pretty green too.
And maybe I'll own pinball machines someday when I'm all grown up. Probably some other age.
No.
Oh. Now you can just right click to lane change on this machine.
Yes, right flipper does the lane change on this one.
So you could be lucky enough and not change it, or you could change it whenever you need to. Oh, so close. Let's see here. Now, Mr. Scappy, would you tell them about one of our arcade machines that we have recently? That we got recently?
Oh, Agent Pickles is very proud of the fact that we have an arcade one-up machine now. He is a big fan of Galaga and Pac-Man. So I saw one of those partycades come up really, really cheap on Facebook Marketplace and picked that up the last week. So we'll hang that on the wall down here so he can play that. Sometimes when we go play pinball, he'll gravitate over to the arcade machines and play that while his mother and I play pinball.
Yep.
I got you. I beat you on that one. Not very good scores for either one of us, but you want to play another one?
Yeah.
All right.
So it didn't come with the wall mount, so we had to have me and Mrs. Scappy go and get
Here, you want to be first player?
a part of it. You can be first.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it came used and it didn't have a wall mount, so I ordered a wall mount and jeez, we'll be mounting that sometime this weekend.
Ready, pilot, 2.
and we have signature. We're here above the flippers. That means whoever made this
Ready for
hardtop signed.
Well, that's the signature of the original artist. That was on the game before the hardtop was there too.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1.
Multi ball. Can't keep them away from the flippers. Oh, I just lost it. Well, it was about to play the music.
I never was really into the arcade games much as a kid. Maybe Pole Position and Mike Tyson's Punch Out were the two that I spent the most time. Well, Rampage. I was a fan of Rampage too. You're up, Nichols.
Okay, just a second.
Oh, don't get my flipper buttons all sticky with your candy.
Pilot, 2.
So I recently started streaming, probably within the last month or so. Or, well, actually, it's going on 2 months now, and just getting into it here. Don't have a fancy rig. I'm using a microphone stand with 3 webcams.
Pilot, 1. Close the lock.
Just started doing it as a thing to do, I guess. We're normally on Thursday nights, but occasionally come on Sundays as well. All depends on what's going on during the week and how busy I am with work and everything like that. This coming Saturday night, I'll be playing in a little pinball tournament about 2 hours away from here. Hey, I got an extra ball. Little place 2 hours north of here is having a tandem tournament. So it'll be 2 people on the machine, one working the, or 2 people joined together where one person's working the right flipper and one's working the left flipper. I've done 3-strike tournaments there before. They'll also be doing a 5-strike tournament at the end of the month. But there's a guy who basically, he's got a private collection, but he's got 50 of his games in a giant barn, and he's opened it up to the public, and just 50 of his games are there, and for a small fee you can come in there and play on the weekend, and he's holding tournaments now. Most of the games are 80s and 90s solid state. Gottlieb, Sega. That was the end of the game. I think you beat me.
Oh, okay.
You did.
Can you get
No.
my... Okay.
Yo, you're player 2. No, I beat you.
Okay, but could you get my high score on there?
Well, let's see.
For Scappy's high score and Pickle's high score.
Let's see. We'll get you set up here. If you want to be on here, you'll be on here. All right, you got to read me what your score was, though.
Okay. It was 155 dash at the bottom 490.
Okay.
This time we're gonna do a game just by myself.
Just gonna be you? Okay, go ahead.
You can go relax.
Well, I'm gonna stay right here and watch it. Maybe I'll learn something.
To watch the ball with your eyes. I've been practicing that in school.
We did have a pinball league going locally up until about 2 years ago. There's 2 arcades that have a sizable selection of pinball machines, and one was friendly to having tournaments and a league, but the other one wanted no part of it. But when the pandemic hit, the one closed up and moved to a mall, and the mall closed at 8 o'clock, and it just really didn't work well with our schedules. Oh, that's right. It's just you at this game. Okay.
Yep. And
So basically, we couldn't have a full league and be out of the mall by 8 o'clock at night. So the league kind of folded. It kind of sputtered at the end, and then that was it. It's been over a year now since the league last met.
I'm doing pretty good on my high score.
All right, keep going. You fell short, though. All right, I'm going to play a few, okay?
Okay.
All right. He has one of those arcade one-up pinball machines, the Bally Attack from Mars one. He does better at that than he does with the full-size machines. Oh!
Ready, pilot, 1.
As far as capturing the audio, I've got a couple of clip leads on the volume control, and I'm running that through a audio transformer to isolate it, and then I have a USB audio capture device that I'm running it into, and I have it mixed down to mono. So I have my black lead on the shield and my red lead on the other opposite wiper, or opposite side of the pot, which on this game has a red wire on it. And it's just a 1-to-1 audio transformer used for isolating hum normally. But I'm doing that, so I'm isolating the game electronics from my computer, so I'm not getting any kind of feedback or buzz or anything like that. The audio capture that I'm using, I don't know if I have enough slack here. It's made by Behringer. It's a U-Control UCA 222. Yeah, I got too much of a wire mess here to pull it out, but it's basically got RCA unbalanced in and out, and I'm just going into the left and right in and capturing it that way. And then in my OBS, I just have it set up as a source, and the wires are just coming out through the coin door. On a game like Big Guns, I had the wires coming right out through the coin return, but these games with the older Williams doors, you just can't get a wire out that coin return easily. So I have it. The door is kind of propped a little bit, or wedged, the coin door. But at first I was using a microphone, and I had it mounted right up using a magnet in front of the speaker, and it's just picking up way too much of the noise of the mechanisms and everything like that. And as it is, my regular microphone is picking up a lot of the game noise too. I do need to get a more directional mic for that. I worked as a broadcast engineer for many years, and have an experience with audio and sound mixing and all that kind of fun stuff. Did a lot of repair of audio circuit boards and transmitters and all those sort of things. So I have some experience with surface components and through-hole components and all that kind of repair. Oh boy! Out of USB ports. Yeah, when I first started this, I had a small desktop computer I was using. And I ended up buying a gaming PC just for this, and that thing is loaded with USB ports. I want to say it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 USB ports on it, and it doesn't even have an expansion card. I could put more if I wanted to, but when I first tried doing this, I ran a single USB cable over to the mic stand, and I had a USB hub on the mic stand. And it would not let me run all 3 cameras simultaneously. There was a conflict. So I had to figure out, and I ended up finally just running all the cables back to the computer. I have a little stake here of 4 USB cables bundled together going to the mic stand from the computer, so I can run the cameras and my sound all separate runs back to the computer, and then I don't have any conflicts. I suppose if I was using cameras with HDMI capture, I could probably use a hub for that. My main strategy on this game has been usually to try to get the drop targets down and rip that spinner. That's one way to get the points up on this. And then that stop and score, well, it's not lit now, but when it is lit, getting those points up the ramp really helps. I think the high scores I've set on this game are because I've had the spinner maxed out. And of course, when the spinner's maxed out, the pop bumpers are maxed out too. That ramp is eluding me right now. Oh. There we go. Oh, ball interference right there. The other one right down the outlane.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Yeah, I am using a NVIDIA graphics card on here. I don't have the filters really set up. I've heard some streams where they're using the filters, particularly at events, and it just sounds a little too unnatural. I suppose if I was wearing a headset at a noisy venue, then I would turn it on as long as I have natural sound. Oh, outlane got me again. I'm looking probably at some point picking up a Blue Yeti, and I'll use that as my primary mic. And then maybe I'll have the direct sound capture of the game and do it that way. Of course, when I do my EM machine, there will be no direct sound capture. Kind of hard to wire up sound to a bell. Trying to get a clear shot up the middle here. The actual mic I'm using right now is off of one of the webcams. I have two Logitech cams and a old Microsoft, the one that I'm looking at right now, an old Microsoft one that's made for a laptop, so it has a very, very short cable. But it's got a decent mic on it, and it's got a decent picture, so I've kind of jury-rigged that up to the mic stand using a clamp, because it doesn't have a threaded camera mount on it, or tripod mount. But what I like about the other Logitech ones I have, they have the tripod mount, and I'm able to use the other clamps for those. What did I get there? Anything decent? I wasn't even really paying attention to the score. Hey, 833. Which one's the Yeti Nano? That's not the round one. No, the round one's a Snowball, isn't it? What's the difference between the Yeti Nano and the regular Blue Yeti? I've had a lot of action for that first ball, but not a lot of points.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Oh, short ball.
Ready, pilot, 1.
No, didn't quite make it up the hill. Oh! Open the gates and let that one ring through. Oh, gee, I didn't get a free game. Yeti has the mic gain control. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see where that would come in handy. I have a nice setup that I use for work that has a EV RE320. Hey, Neo Pinball, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. But that's work equipment. I can't really use that for streaming. You know, I have a nice Rodecaster Pro and microphone set up on that. But that's purely for work, and work and pleasure do not mix. Ooh, yikes! Always fun when the drop target decides to pop up and launch the ball straight into the glass. That's why we use tempered glass.
Ready for liftoff.
You love Space Shuttle, though you're not the best at it. Do you have a Space Shuttle, or do you have one nearby that you can play? And I am not the best at it either.
3, 2, 1.
Another multi-ball that ended way too soon.
Ready, pilot, 1.
There was that stop and score. Ooh.
Ready, pilot, 1.
The first time I ever actually played a Space Shuttle was at the Allentown Pin Fest a few years back, and it was in really rough shape. I don't remember playing this one as a kid. So you broadcast IFPA tournaments in most of Ohio, and there's a place by the Pro Football Hall of Fame that you stream that has one. What venue, if you don't mind me asking? Hoover Lodge in Canton. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. One thing in our house is that, probably for the last 6 months or so, we have pinball streaming in our TV in our living room all weekend long. We love watching the tournaments, and we seek out the streams that have the least amount of cursing on them, mainly because, you know, young ears around. But appreciate watching, we appreciate all the coverage of all the tournaments. Yesterday we were watching pin golf tournament. Of course, we had a blast watching all the different state tournaments that were going on. Not many tournaments near me get streamed. Well, first of all, there's not a lot of tournaments near me. Nearest streamable tournaments near me would probably be Rochester, New York, and that's a 4-hour drive for me. But I'm in the Binghamton, New York area, and there's no tournaments around here anymore. No real venue to have them at. Well, it's not so much the players. You know, I understand open mic picking up a player having a hard time, and you can have that in any sport. But sometimes the commentators get a little potty-mouthed, and that's the tough part. I come from a broadcasting background where we have a 7-second delay, and those kind of things can get dumped. But you know, streaming obviously is not regulated by FCC or anything like that, so there's no need to worry about a fine for letting something slip over the air. And of course, there's no advertisers to really please. I may have set the bar a little too high on my first game there, where I got that 1.2. See, Agent Pickles isn't here anymore. We could turn his score off. My son's at the age where he likes to point out when he hears someone swear. Oh, Daddy, that guy said the F word. Yeah, we don't, you know, just ignore it. That's fine. Just you don't say it. We got home from his principal one time. He dropped the F-bomb in front of his principal. I don't think he quite realized what he was saying, but he was repeating it over and over and over again. So after his mother and I stopped laughing about it, we had to tell him that's not acceptable behavior. Couldn't get control of it there. Oh! Why did I let that drain?
Ready, pilot 1.
I am looking forward to getting to a venue to play some of the new machines that have come out so far this year. Really want to play the Foo Fighters game. Scooby-Doo looks interesting. I haven't seen any of that around here yet. Focus here. Let's see if I can get over 1 million again. The first time I streamed this game, I had a multi-ball going, and I got 2 balls wedged between the lower pop bumper and the ramp. And of course it locked the pop bumper on. And I had a good game going. I had to hurry and reach over and hit the power switch because I didn't want to either burn up a coil or pop a fuse. I don't know if I have any spare fuses sitting handy for this one. I had to vigorously shake the game to get those balls unstuck. So I've since slightly adjusted the rubber next to the ramp there so that it doesn't protrude as far. Now, I think it was just a fluke that they just happened to wedge just right there, but I'm using these Titan clear ones on here, and I think it's just slightly fatter than the original white rubber ones. Made the gap just ever so tighter. It's so easy to drain away a multi-ball on this one. Yeah, you know, a lot of the metros have nice pinball collectives, and you know, the nearest pinball collective for me would be Syracuse, New York, which is an 1.5-hour drive for me. And then there's Rochester, New York. I don't know what Buffalo has, but I mean, those would be the 2 nearest pinball collectives. I really wish they had opened one here in Binghamton, or well, at least if a few of us could get one organized. I just financially I can't do it myself. But it'd be nice to have a pinball collective nearby. You know, we've got the arcades, but their main thing is either the ticket redemption, or one of the arcades nearby is actually a video game store with an arcade attached to it, and their main business is retail. It's not catering to the pinball community. Yeah, I was looking at Foo Fighters. It reminds me of a Pat Lawler layout, the way it's designed. Which I guess is why I'm attracted to play it. I kind of like his designs. But I think Jack definitely had some inspiration there. 20 venues. That is spoiled. All right, that was nowhere near a million. I've seen Space Shuttle pop up in a few tournaments. I've seen some people play it as a one-player game due to the fact that it's physical locks. And I've seen other people play it, as is, where, yeah, you can steal the other player's locks. I kind of prefer it the other way. If you can't take advantage of a lock, then sure, have the next player steal it. See a lot of people putting down the dad rock themes. I like them. One, because I like rock, and two, I'm a dad. I'm not young by any stretch. I fall into Gen X. The only game I have that's older than me is Honey. And that's only older by a year. I only remember, of the 4 games I owned, the only one I remember playing as a kid was Big Guns, and I must have been in middle school when I played it. And I want to say that it was at a either a convenience store or a rest area off a highway that had a snack bar and all that kind of stuff, off the thruway. And I only remember playing one game on it, but I remember the back box having the Bagatelle in it, and that was what stuck in my mind about it. I know I played pinball as a kid, but I don't remember the games I played. I know the local Chuck E. Cheese had Orbiter 1, and I was fascinated by the playfield on that one, how it was so smooth, and the ball, really, you had a hard time telling where it was going to go because of the shape of the playfield being so dished out. But I don't remember any of the other pinball machines that were at that Chuck E. Cheese. And that was long before Chuck E. Cheese was doing the ticket redemption games. It was all, back then it was actual arcade games and pinball machines. And a creepy singing rat. A few more. I got time to kill here. Got no place to be. Bring Pickles in to play some more games too. His gamer tag is Agent Pickles, so that's why I call him Pickles. And the cat wants to play, but she is too short, so no. You can't play.
Hold her up to the...
You won't be able to reach the buttons.
You can hold her up.
No.
And I'll do the button.
No.
We can, like, be staring at the ball.
That's quite alright.
But maybe we should introduce her to the channel.
That's quite alright.
Quickly, you could hold her up and play it.
Oh.
Come on, honey. Be a loud cat today. You're so cute.
3, 2, 1, abort, lift off.
I don't know what that was all about.
Being short
3, 2,
I'll,
abort, 3, 2.
I'll have to fine tune some settings there. I don't know what that was all about. You're okay, Neo Pinball. I'll have to check the settings. Pickles, keep it down over there, please. That's the first time I've even seen Streamlabs kick in. I didn't even think I had that turned on. I was playing with it one day and must have left it turned on, and it's on default settings. So yeah, if you typed War and Peace in chat, it probably gave you a warning there, but nothing personal. We'll get that figured out. Timed you out for 30 seconds. 8 messages that were deleted. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Could you show Daisy to everyone?
I'll have to fine tune the settings on that, so I do apologize for that. Curious to know what you were typing, though. You have a tournament tonight in Akron and 2 ones during the week. Now, are you streaming under the name Neo Pinball or under another name? And I'll make sure I follow you back, too, if I'm not already following you. After this stream, I'll go in there and I'll tweak those Streamlabs settings there and see why it did what it did. Yeah, it doesn't even tell me what it deleted from you. Look at that. I'll have to dig into that. Sorry about that. Pickles, do you want to play a 2-player game?
Yeah.
Or do you want to play one by yourself?
One player.
Alright, you play by yourself. This is my son, Agent Pickles. I have a noisy cat. My apologies for the cat.
Her name's
She's old. She's hard of hearing. She yells because she doesn't think we can hear her. You're one player.
Oh, yeah. She's a bit adorable. Actually, quite adorable.
What's the format of the tournament you're streaming tonight?
Whoa. That bottom pop bumper isn't triggering anymore.
Not triggering anymore.
Yeah.
Is it triggering any less?
The ball hit it coming down like this, and it did absolutely nothing.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to try to hit it then.
Let's see. Will it work? Or will it just stay silent?
Yeah, it worked fine.
Well,
You probably just hit it at just the right angle, and maybe the spoon is a little out of adjustment. I reused the old spoons when I rebuilt this, so maybe it's a little worn in one direction. Actually, I reused everything except for the rings and skirts and bodies. Slow mode. Oh my goodness. Ah, boy. Yeah, I'll get that stuff fixed. Like I said, I'm a little new to streaming here. I'm sure I have some things set up goofy. I'm just amazed it actually kicked in, though. Split Flipper Tourney. Yes. So, yeah, that's the type of tournament I'm going to be in next Saturday, just north of Syracuse. Place called Rainville's Hideaway is going to be hosting a tandem tournament, they're calling it. And then at the end of the month, they're going to do a 5 strikes tournament.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Now the tournament that I'll be in won't be streamed, as far as I know. Tuesdays is league night, so it's match play points. Wednesdays is 3 strikes. Now, this venue that you're at in Akron, is that open to the public during the week any other time, or just for tournaments and leagues and such?
Ready, pilot, 1.
Alright, turned off slow mode for you. Oh, up and over.
Ready, pilot, 1.
The venue that used to have the leagues around here, we had our leagues on Thursday nights, I think. Either Wednesday nights or Thursday nights. It's been a while, because obviously they don't have it anymore. But they had their own storefront, so we could have the tournaments, on the weekends and stuff like that, and it would still be open to the public. We'd just play around the public, or they would play around us. But once they moved to the mall, it just got too difficult.
Ready for liftoff.
The place that I'm playing in a tournament at, it's one of those things where you pay one price to play all you want while they're open. And they're open, set hours on the weekend. So from open to close for, N amount of dollars, play as much as you want, no coin drop. Everything's on free play. But that's, basically it's a guy's personal collection. and he's just, decided to open it up to the public to share it. Built a building just for it, attached to his other business that he has. Trying to get those drop targets so I can. No, went a little too far left. I want to get those drop targets so I can increase that spinner before I got the multi-ball, but. Get something up the ramp here. It's hard with all the other balls flying around. Oh! No bounce.
Ready, pilot, one.
The funny thing is, one of the guys who has an arcade around here also owns a bowling alley. When he first started out with the arcade, it was mostly pinball, and he did quite well with it. But as he expanded and got other ventures going, like the bowling and everything like that, the arcade turned into more of a ticket redemption place with all those types of games. And there was a little less attention on the upkeep of the pinball machines, and they're in a bit rougher shape. I'm not quite satisfied with the way the flippers are lined up on this. I think I have them set a little too low. Of course, I can say that to blame my playing on that. But it seems like it's not as easy to get where it needs to be. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Right flipper is definitely a little too low. It's covering up the hole. Left flipper, I think, is just about right. So that might be why I can't get the ramp with the right flipper. Obviously has nothing to do with my ability to play pinball. It's definitely all the machine. Tonight's place is the basement of a microbrew, and they have a little pizza party every tourney. That's awesome. The one that's set up in a mall around here does have tables set up so you could bring food in and eat from the other shops in the mall. The one that has the video game store, they have snacks for sale. You can get drinks and snacks at the front desk or at the front counter. But they don't have any place to sit down and eat or anything like that. So you can get things like pretzels and goldfish and Swedish fish and cans of Mountain Dew, but they don't have any cup holders or anything like that. When I do go up to up north, there's a couple nice venues up north. There's one in there's one right in Syracuse that has a small collection of games. I think it's around 30 at the most. They have tables set up in there, and they host birthday parties and stuff like that. And then the one where it's the guy with his personal collection, he's got cup holders on every game, and he's got a couple tables in there, but you can bring outside food into that one as well. I have not gotten anywhere close to 1 million. You want to do a two-player game, Pickles? All right. You want me to be first? Okay. That was a short one.
Now I do have a Lego Space Shuttle, not the pinball machine, but one of those like little ones from like Lego City kind of ship.
Yeah, we don't use that for a topper because I'm afraid we would nudge it and fall down onto the playfield, and then we'd have lots of Legos to reassemble.
That'd be too much.
I was able to score a original topper for this, and it's up there now. All right, you're up, Pickles.
Okay.
Ready, pilot.
You think I might beat you? I might. Just depends on what I earn in this game. If I beat you, I beat you, and I can have my score upgraded. Where'd my score go?
Ready for liftoff.
We'll put it back on.
Oh, almost got you. But, let's see here. I've definitely beaten you.
Yeah, we're only on ball 2, though. Ball 3 now.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Oh, boy. Well, I spoke too soon.
Oh! Almost got that one part I needed. Oh, so close. My flipper is slow. Just save the ball. Barely. Well.
All right, you definitely beat me on that one, but you did not get your daily high score. Hey, Neo Pinball says that was a good save.
Thank you.
He thanks you.
Ready for liftoff.
So, Neo, do you have any pinball machines of your own?
Close airlock. 3, 2, 1. Abort liftoff. 3, 2, 1. Abort. 3, 2, 1. Abort.
It's like a broken message or a broken record there. My goodness. get it up that ramp. What's that E worth? E is worth 50,000. Didn't get that E. Ah. All of that for measly 280,000, 290.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Something weird or rare. What do you define as weird?
Ready, pilot, 1.
Are we talking like Pinball Circus or
2, 1.
I could definitely go for weird. My budget would not allow for rare. Orbiter 1 is weird, but, you know, I would definitely go for an Orbiter 1. I would love to have an Orbiter 1.
Ready, pilot, 1.
You know, the local arcade had a Domino's, and I rarely ever saw anyone play it. I know when we had league nights, we didn't play it. It was an interesting looking theme, but it didn't play that great. They had 3 spooky tables. They had, or did they have 2? They had 2 spooky tables. No, they had 3. They had Alice Cooper's Nightmare Castle. They had Rob Zombie's Spook Show, and they had Domino's. And the last time I was there, the only one that was still left was the Alice Cooper table. I'm sorry, Alice Cooper game. The other 2 were nowhere to be seen. I don't know if they were taken out for refurbishment or whether they sold them. I know there were lots of problems with Alice Cooper. It glitched up a lot. The software was very buggy in that one. Music was distorted a lot in that one. And Domino's just, I don't know, it just didn't play well.
Ready, pilot, 1.
They didn't make a whole lot of those Domino's ones, did they? Oh, darn, didn't get a free game. Barely broke 100,000. Was that the one they canceled production of so they could do Space Shuttle? Was that like a in between System 7 and System 9? Yeah, last System 7, okay. What was the one that someone posted a picture recently that they found a new old stock playfield at a flea market or something? Was that a William Starlight? Oh yeah, yep. I would love to get a funhouse. Not necessarily to put the 2.0 into it, but I would just love to get a funhouse that needs some TLC and bring it back to life. And that was on my list of Grail games, but unfortunately the price is just gone through the roof on that game. I would love to get a Project One and rebuild it from the ground up. Oh my goodness, didn't even break 100,000 on that one. Where did I set my drink? Oh, it's way over here. You know, like I said, all my games were projects, and this is the one I put the most work into. This one's the one that got the hard top, and you know, I polished everything, and I do plan on ordering a new set of wood rails for this. Shortly after I got this game, I was working on it. I had the playfield up, and it slipped off the rails inside there and fell through the bottom of the cabinet. And in the process, it really nicked up this wooden rail over here. And that's when I discovered that these are not hardwood rails. It's really, really soft wood that they used, wrapped in vinyl that has the wood grain printed on it. So now there is a guy on Pinside who is selling replacement rails. I've been toying with either making a set myself, which means taking these out and cutting down some hardwood to match the dimensions. But then I don't know whether I want to keep them natural or go with the dark blue that the cabinet has. There is a guy restoring one of these on Pinside right now, and I'm curious to see whether he goes with painted or natural. The challenge for me is I don't have a table saw. I've got a circular saw but no table saw, so getting a nice straight rip, I'd have to, you know, borrow a friend's saw or take it to someone's house to do it. Length is no problem, it's just getting the right thickness and height. An excuse to buy a new tool, but I don't have a wood shop to put it in. I've got a workshop that's full of antique radios, because that's another another hobby of mine is restoring antique radios. So that's got a workbench in there just full of test gear, and I don't know if I'd want sawdust flying around in there. I suppose if I had one that was collapsible or portable, I could do it in the garage. But even then, you know, I normally keep a car in the garage. I think in the end it'd probably be more economical to do a set of rails outsourced by somebody on Pinside rather than buying the equipment and doing it myself. Especially if it's just a one-off, which this would be, because you know, I don't need wood rails for any of my other games. They're all in good shape. Now, when I did this game, I did go out to Harbor Freight and buy myself a tumbler, so I could tumble all the metal parts. Then I also got a orbital sander and clamps so that I could. I didn't build a rotisserie, but I ended up building a box and using clamps to work on this playfield. But I suppose if I was going to do, you know, if I was going to do some serious restorations or start business of flipping machines or something like that, I would probably get a rotisserie and get a table saw and all the other things necessary to do the job right. Heck, I don't even have a battery-powered drill anymore. The one I have, you can't get the batteries for it anymore. It's so old. Old NiCad packs. Gotta get that spinner more. I've got it at full. Oh. Boy, I had that spinner at full value. I could have. No, it wasn't full value. It was close. Could have got some good points there. I got a couple of friends who do woodworking, and one of them actually was doing mobile woodworking. He had a trailer set up, had a generator, had basically a mini wood shop in a trailer, and he was doing the van life thing for a while and towed that behind him, and he would go out to breweries and wineries and do like the flight paddles, and you know, he'd make them right there for them on the spot. You know, it wasn't until I started streaming this game that I realized that the two ball locks are not symmetrical on this game. And I never really realized it. You know, from the player's point of view, now I can see it, but I never really noticed it until I was looking at the overhead shot, just how different they are in the positioning. Yeah, it was a mobile wood shop, and he's since sold everything off. But you know, he had the CNC stuff, and he was gonna put a dust collection thing in there before he started selling everything off. I don't know. I hadn't talked to him, you know, why he got out of it or anything like that. Now I think he is traveling the country by motorcycle and carries camping gear on his motorcycle rather than living out of the van. Because the last I saw, he had the van up for sale too. Shook my coin door open here. Alright. I think if I'm going to be doing the direct sound from these games each week, I'm probably going to have to either open up a grate on the bottom of these cabinets so I can run the cables out more conveniently, or just leave something in place so I'm not going out through the coin door, because a good hard nudge will open that coin door right up. Oh! No coming back from that one. Not a bad ball. Good bonus. I have too many hobbies. Being in the broadcasting business, I got into record collecting. And then I also have a lot of model trains. And then at one point I got into working on antique radios. So I have shelves and shelves full of vacuum tubes and a workshop full of vintage test gear, and I think there are 2 console radios and a couple tabletop radios sitting in there still that I haven't done yet. A few years ago I got into garden railway, so I have some remote controlled model trains that you can take outdoors and run on the tracks at a club I'm a member of. Too many hobbies. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Neo. Appreciate it. I'll look for your streams. I'm probably gonna wrap this up here in a little bit to have some lunch. It's getting to be about that time. Still didn't crack $1 million.
Did you do a last game with me?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play a few more games. Do you want to play one now?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a 2-player. You want to be first or second?
Second.
Okay. 2-player, you'll be second. Maybe this week I'll have some more time and I'll get the camera moved over to Honey and stream that on Thursday. I gotta make that game steeper. It's way too shallow. Oh! You're up. Do it to it. Oh, you're up again. See if you can beat my score.
Be right back.
You can show it off after this game.
Okay. Now it was in a Lego set.
$88,000. Oh, I gotta shoot again.
And this set took over like 100 pieces or something.
Ready for liftoff. Ready, pilot one. Three, two, one.
A little less sound effects over there, Pickles.
Okay, Scotty.
Your turn.
Ready,
All right, you're up.
two.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Agent Pickles wants to show off his space shuttle that he built with Lego.
And here's a little drill. The person is upstairs in there.
That would be an astronaut
Yep.
pilot.
And it has poppable wheels,
Yes.
so it can roll.
It's about the same size as the one that's in Space Shuttle.
And it has a little satellite. Want to see the little pieces on it? Here's it up close. Oh. It's actually quite
All right.
sparkly.
Okay. All right. Do you want to play another game of Space Shuttle?
Yeah, but this time with this over here.
No, we're not going to put that on the glass. It'll be in the way, honey.
Of the outlane? No.
Do you want to play? Do you want to play a one-player or a two-player?
One player.
Okay. I'll hold your Space Shuttle. I'll put it over here on one of the other
No,
games.
seriously, I think I should have it like over here for.
All right. You do that.
Okay. Okay.
Ready, pilot one.
Maybe afterwards, Dad, Mr. Scappy, we could see if the two shuttles are the same size by checking the old space shuttle that we put in to see if it's the same size as the Lego one, and if it is, we will now be surprised that it's the exact same size. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. We'll probably know, or probably never.
Ready for liftoff.
Let's get this stream. Let's get it over. So we can all eat lunch.
The kid has priorities. All right, we got one more ball.
Ready, pilot
So your high score is 155,000. You need 43,000 more. Focus.
beam. Whoa! It jumped over the target and hit the shuttle. That's rare. Sometimes that'll happen, but that is definitely rare.
It didn't hit it.
It went right over the target, though. In the center. Oh! 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 You saw that ball. It got stuck right under the flipper. And when that target was up, it definitely jumped over.
Alright, fly off in your shuttle. He has got boxes and boxes and boxes of Legos. Sorted in every different way. He loves building sets, and then he'll take them apart and he'll build something else from them and mix and match. And he likes to freestyle stuff out of Lego too. He will take a character and try to recreate that out of Lego, and he's pretty good at it. He's definitely got an artistic vision. Now that's a set that he was just showing there.
Man. Space shuttle. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Still have one drop target hanging out up there. Ah.
I have the man.
Alright, not in the way while I'm playing, please.
So I'm gonna have to fly in front of the big space shuttle. Was that okay?
No.
Maybe afterwards I can show you guys the man. And it's not a woman, it's a man inside the astronaut suit.
Alright, we're going to wrap up here in about 10 minutes or so, so a few more games.
Let me quickly show them the person in the ship.
Okay.
But time to get closer.
No, we don't need to get... We don't need to get close up with the astronaut. Oh. Have I lost control of my stream? I think I lost control of my stream. Welcome to Lego Talk. Today we are featuring this fine space shuttle here. Yeah, you know, that is about the same size, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe we can compare it to the old ship that was...
There you go. There. Put your astronaut in there. I'll play a few games with your Lego sitting right there, okay?
Okay. Let me...
If I nudge the game and it starts sliding down, you'll have to retrieve it, though.
Yeah.
All right. So that fits just about the same footprint. There we go. There. I'm completely covering up the view of the other one. Here, you get down.
I'm staying here so I can immediately fix it.
Don't block my view of the game, though. All right. The Lego Space Shuttle is now sitting on top of the real Space Shuttle. Yeah, it's not getting good traction on that glass. It's slowly moving. It's orbiting the game.
Hold on. I'm gonna... Oh, I can remove the wheels quick.
No, that's all right.
Well, if I... Oh, because the front ones were out. And if they're in, they get blocked. So, they get locked in place once they're in, so...
Have a good one, Borg Dog. Thanks for hanging out.
Today we have 10 viewers so far. Isn't that wonderful? We usually get up to 4 or 8. 4 or 3. Hey, when I fold the wheels in, it actually helped it out. Not sliding at all.
Close airlock. Ready, pilot 1.
Just a little off.
All right, why don't you go ahead and take that space shuttle off of there?
Well, I was looking,
Please take the space
I
shuttle
was
off.
looking at over there and I nudged it back
Okay.
into place.
Why don't you take that back up to your room? Put it with your other Legos, okay?
Say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Ooh, that was a nice catch. As long as I don't waste it. There we go. Trying to trap up and lost the other one. That's one thing I like about some of these older games is the rule sets are not very deep and you just go in for points. You don't have to keep track of which modes you're almost starting and trying to avoid starting a mode before you have something else finished.
Lift off.
I don't have the skills of keeping track of which modes are active and which ones aren't. And that's why I'm not the grand champion on any of the newer Stern machines at the local arcade, because I just have not studied them enough. Nor played them enough. And those are all on quarter drop too, so it gets expensive to practice on those. All right, one more game. See if I can get over a million again. Oh! Alright, we're going to play one game after this one. That'll be our last game, and it'll be 2-player.
Okay.
Alright.
And then you can have lunch.
You need to settle down.
Playing drums.
Can't get that stop and score. There we go. All right. We'll do a two-player game.
Okay, you prefer. While I do.
No, I'm not going to do anything with your computer. You're going to either play this game or you're going to go upstairs, okay?
Play this game.
All right. Two-player.
Me? Maybe after the stream we can.
Let's lose my patience with you now.
You go first.
Come over and stand next to me, please.
Okay.
Ready for liftoff.
Oh, lost one. But a nice good ripper there. I don't think I was scoring any points on that spinner, was I? All right, you're up. Let's go out with a big finish here. Lots of points. Focus, please. Focus. Look at the game. Look at the ball.
Pilot
There you go.
Why?
Stay next to me.
I don't.
Watch the game.
ready, pilot 1.
Come over, stand next to me so you can watch the game. We're not worried about the computer right now. Okay, you're up again. I left you two locked balls. So here's your
Thanks.
chance to get a multi-ball.
Thank you. Oh,
Hey, Seat to Sky Pinball. Thanks for following. Little family time playing some Space Shuttle here. Wait for your shot and do right up that lane.
could you introduce me to them?
My name's John. My friends call me Scappy. This is Agent Pickles, my son. Focus on your game, honey.
Ready, pilot, 1. Close, L, 3, 2, 1, abort, 3, 2.
Oh, I got the multi-ball. Fortunately, I don't have the pop bumpers or the spinner maxed out, so yeah, I don't think my spinner is scoring any points.
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that later today, see what's going on. That's
Yeah, maybe after lunch we could lift them.
all right. Your last ball.
Okay.
Ready, pilot, 2.
Oh, nice. Got all those
Whoa.
drops down. Yeah, that's not scoring any points. Oh, I see what's going on.
What's going on?
Well, the little arm that goes from the drop or from the spinner down to the switch is actually moved a little bit on the spinner, so it's not making the switch go up and down.
Oh,
So
so
I got to move that back over.
yeah.
It's a little bit out of alignment.
Later.
So yeah, when we have all those big points on our spinner, we need that to be able to score those points.
Oh, it got stuck. But at least it just scored.
Yeah, but you have maximum pop bumpers right now. You have all 3 lit. So you want to get that ball up in those pop bumpers again.
Yeah.
That'll really help your score.
Oh.
You also have 3x.
I'm being harsh with the flippers like that.
Oh, and the out lane got you. That was the end of the game, but nice score. That was your highest score of the day.
Yes.
471.
Wowzers for me.
Well, that's going to wrap up our stream for the day. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back Thursday and Thursday night, and either be playing more Space Shuttle. I'm thinking probably more Space Shuttle, or if I have it set up, we'll do Williams Honey. So for me and Agent Pickles, thanks for joining us today.
We'll see you next time.